Chromperfect, Beginner Training Series, Section 2, Chapter 1, Chromperfect File Types. In this chapter, we will introduce the core file types used in Chromperfect and explain how they relate to acquisition, processing, archival control, and output generation. We will discuss two categories of files: Chromperfect proprietary files, which are internal to the Chromperfect system and cannot be used within other platforms, and standard file types, which can be used to transfer data to and from Chromperfect and provide useful information to a wider audience and software ecosystem. Let us first look at the proprietary Chromperfect system files. We begin with the data files. There are two types of data files in Chromperfect: the raw data file with the extension .raw and the bound data file with the extension .bnd. A raw data file is created immediately after acquisition has completed. It contains the recorded chromatographic signal exactly as it was sampled from the instrument. The sampling rate, runtime, channel assignment, and any acquisition-level parameters determine what is stored in this file. Under normal workflow conditions, the recorded signal is not altered after acquisition. However, it is technically possible to modify a raw data file using the Raw Data File Editor. That specialized tool allows operations such as smoothing, bunching, subtraction, or header modification. The Raw Data File Editor is outside the scope of this beginner training series and will not be covered here. For routine operation and traceable workflows, raw data files are treated as the permanent record of what the instrument produced at that moment. At the end of acquisition, the system immediately processes the raw data file using the active method file and calibration file. In almost all standard configurations, this processing automatically generates a bound data file, identified by the .bnd extension. Immediately after acquisition, opening the raw data file and opening the bound data file will produce identical results on screen. The chromatogram, integration, calculated values, and reports will appear the same. To the user, they seem indistinguishable at that moment. The difference is not in the signal, it is in traceability. Because new users are often confused by these files, we have dedicated the next chapter to covering the differences between raw and BND files in detail. Now we turn to method files and solution files. A method file, identified by the .met extension, defines how data will be processed and reported. It contains the core instructions for data acquisition and also references external files such as report formats, instrument set points, calibrations, and more. In some environments, configuration is managed through solution files with the extension .sol. A solution file is used instead of a method file. It functions identically, however, it packages the previously mentioned external files, such as reports and calibrations, internally. It provides an alternative way of organizing method-related settings in structured systems. Again, the differences between method files and solution files can seem confusing at first. For this reason, we cover these differences in a later chapter. The calibration file, identified by the .cal extension, defines component identities, retention time windows, and quantitation rules. It is referenced by the method file and converts peak areas into calculated values. Sequence files, identified by the .seq extension, automate multi-sample acquisition. They define run order, file naming conventions, and method assignment. They are essential in structured laboratory workflows. Set point files can have several different extensions depending on instrument type. All set point files define instrument operating conditions when instrument control is enabled. They influence acquisition conditions and therefore data quality, but they do not modify recorded data after acquisition. Sequence files and set point files allow Chromperfect systems to be fully automated, enabling a series of analyses to be completed without human intervention when using a sample preparation device such as an autosampler. Chromperfect offers a wide range of reporting options. Each dedicated report, whether fixed or formatted, has its own configuration. This configuration is stored within a format file with the extension .fmt. Now, let us briefly discuss the non-proprietary or standard files you may encounter when using Chromperfect. Chromperfect also produces output files and can be configured to accept specific data as input files. These file types include, but are not limited to, PDF, XML, and CSV formats. Chromatograms may also be saved as image files, such as PNG. These are widely used file types that you are likely already familiar with. They allow Chromperfect to integrate within a wider ecosystem and deliver results and data to a broader audience or to enterprise platforms. Congratulations! You have completed Section 2, Chapter 1. In Chapter 2, we will examine the difference between raw data files and bound data files in greater detail and explain why the bound file is recommended for most Chromperfect users. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you are updated when we upload new videos. For more information or to reach out to our team, please visit www.chromeperfect.com.